Welcome back, viewers, to our channel and to Season 2 of the Cnation Podtalk. This season, we're excited to bring you inspiring conversations with guests from all walks of life, athletes, artists, entrepreneurs, and changemakers. Today's episode features a powerhouse from the world of field hockey, all the way from Spain. We're thrilled to be joined by none other than Clara Pérez. A fearless goalkeeper with 39 international caps, Clara was a key figure in Spain's impressive run at the Paris 2024 Olympics, where the team secured a 6th-place finish. Known for her lightning reflexes and rock-solid presence in goal, she's already being hailed as one of Spain's future legends. She's undoubtedly one of the best goalkeepers in the world, a true game-changer between the posts. Known as the Wall of Spain, Clara Pérez has become a symbol of resilience and skill. Let's dive into her journey, mindset, and what it truly takes to stand tall on the international stage. Hosting this episode is our young and talented host Priyanshu Kumar.
Sure. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Cnation Podtalk. Today, we are joined with a very special guest, all the way from Spain. Formidable force between the post, Clara Pérez. Known as the Wall of Spain, Clara is a brilliant hockey goalkeeper who proudly represented her nation at 2024 Olympics. An Olympian, an athlete, and one of Spain's brightest rising stars. It's an absolute honor to have her with us today. Ma'am, we welcome you. How are you feeling today?
Thank you. Really good. How are you?
I am also fine and very excited to have you and have this conversation with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Clara, you have already played 39 matches for Spain. That's an incredible milestone. Representing your country at the 2024 Olympics, where the team finished 6th, must have been a proud and emotional moment. Can you take us through that Olympic journey? The highs and the challenges, that story behind that Olympic journey.
Yes, I have to say that I have always been in the national team since I'm young, in under 16, under 18, under 21 Spanish teams. And then when I was called to the senior team in 2019, more or less, something happened then that I left the team because I wasn't comfortable with me and about the goalkeeping stuff and all that kind of situations, and then I left and I came back in 2022 in September. So for me it was only a 2 years effort to reach the 2024 Olympics, but it has always been my dream. So I was really honored to be able to represent my country there, and I am really happy about the team performance we did, because we showed really good hockey in a really short time. Because I don't know if you know, but in September 2023, October, we started with a new head coach with Carlos, and we only had like 1 month preparation to play in the Olympic qualifiers. So with only 1.5 months preparation, we achieved the 2nd position. So it was really great achievement. And then we only had 6 months, 7 months till the Olympics. So it was a really intense time. And I think all the hard work was shown in the pitch. And we are really happy for that, because we had a main goal that was to reach the quarterfinals, and we did that. So we are happy for being able to achieve that goal. But of course, I think we have a really strong team to to imagine more competitive goals as can be reach semifinals or maybe a medal. I think
Yeah,
we have a strong team for that, and I hope someday it arrives.
yeah. Feels great to hear that you have done a lot and the team went through a lot, but still finished sixth. And we hope that the Spain women's hockey team also wins an Olympic medal soon in the next time as well. But goalkeeping is one of the most high pressure role in hockey, I feel. How do you prepare mentally and physically before big matches?
Um, well, I don't have any special routine
Okay.
because I don't only focus on enjoy playing,
Yeah.
and I think when you are in a match during a match, the less you think, the better you stop.
Yeah.
So, because in a match has to you have to show your talent and don't think what you are doing really. When talking about goalkeeping and stopping balls is more like spontaneous actions, not really think about it. And we normally see videos. We usually or I like to see how the other team goes into the D and what they like to do. If they like to throw balls um, from 23 yards across the D, or they like to go into the D through the baseline, just to know what I can imagine that can happen during the match. And then it's just focus about me, about my skills, what I'm good at, um, and try to to think about that I'm good at different kinds of stopping, so try to put to make that strong and focus less on my weakness, or think about I will not be able to do that kind of thoughts. We have to let it apart and think about how good we are in that position. What will the other team do if they reach our D? Which kind of penalty, short corner, sorry, they have. So how do they manage more or less the
It,
game?
it's
So
all
you are
about the
prepared.
tactics, I guess. The more
Yes,
you watch
but
other players and the better you get prepared.
yes, but I think the most important part is to play, to enjoy playing, and don't think a lot what you will do, because sometimes coaches, normally head coaches or team coaches, normally they say you like example in the short corner, no, from the first castle they will do a drag flick to your left side, so be prepared. No, don't think about that. You
Okay.
know what the other team can do. You know they have a drag flicker, they have many deflections, they have, okay, it's okay, perfect. But in the match, when a short penalty is going to be taken, you only have to focus on the ball,
Yeah.
look to the ball, uh, and try to stop it. Don't think about that ball will go to my left side, because if you are thinking about that, maybe you do a little step unconscious, but maybe you will do a little step to your left, and then the ball goes to the right.
And you can't do
So
anything.
yeah, so you just focus on looking at the ball and try to stop it. Don't think about what my coach said to me, and maybe a lot of coaches get angry with me,
Yeah. Might
but
be.
yeah, but usually our what is going on
Yeah,
the field is something that outside the field from the bench you cannot feel.
exactly. I
So
also feel that same. I used to play cricket, and
huh?
if there is a tactic, if you stick to that, you will be thinking about that over the time, and you will not perform your game. You will stick to that, and I guess that hampers that your game, and that helps other team to win. I guess being spontaneous is the best thing I can do, and I also do the same while playing cricket when I do. So
Yeah, because I used to say to my teammates in my club that we are the players, we are who those who are playing, so we know what's going on in the
hmm,
game, in the pitch. So from the bench, you have another perspective, and they can help you saying which is the tactic of the other team, but they
hmm,
are not feeling my goalkeeper coach Bernard says about he talks about flow. So they are not feeling that flow, like how the other team feels, or they are not in the match or in the game. So you have to make a step forward and say, okay, that is not isn't working. So maybe we'll have to change, and you have to make a very good team with your coaches, with your staff, and
okay,
with the girls. So you are able to talk and to have that communication. I think that's happened. No, we see the other thing. So and then reach an agreement both together.
yeah, got it. Moving forward, like Spain finished sixth at the Olympics, which is a good result. And you were talking that we hope, and you also do hope that you will finish the semi-finals or also win a medal. So, what do you think are the next steps for the team to break into top three or have a gold medal in the next Olympics or some competitions?
Well, we have every summer we have something. This summer we have the European Cup, and then the next summer is the World Cup. Then we
Hmm.
have another European before
And
the Olympics 2028. So we always have tournaments to prove ourselves where do we are. So next year will be a more intense year because as you know, Spain is a big country.
yeah,
So we are not able to train together as much as we wanted, or as the Dutch team or Belgian team does. I think they train together like 3 days per week, uh, and then train with their own clubs. Here in Spain, um, we have a new model of training. We
hmm,
combine those trainings with the national team and with our clubs. So we hope to be able to train from Monday till Wednesday with the national team, and then
okay,
on Wednesday we go with our clubs. We travel where we are playing, and then on Tuesday and Friday we train with our clubs, and then we play the national league. So that's a really intense week. So we have to make understand our clubs and the Spanish Federation that that's the way, because that's what we did in 1 month and before the Olympic Games, and we had really good results in a short
hmm,
time. So if we are able to do that during 4 years, um, of course, there are years and years. Maybe this year is a little bit less intense because you can prepare more the European Cup, but then you have a World Cup, so you have to prepare it more.
yeah,
Of course, that we have that different situation, but if we are able to do that kind of week during 4 years, I think we can be really, really ambitious with our goals and imagine ourselves with the medal in
Yeah,
our necks.
yeah,
So we haven't talked a lot about this year's European Cup, but I think if we want to be ambitious, we have to focus on trying to reach maybe a semifinals.
mm,
But that's not today's goal. We haven't talked about that
yeah,
yet, but I think the team is prepared for that. But our first main goal this year is to stay in the Pro League, because Pro League lets you play against the best countries in the world. We have, I have experienced that for my first time. We've been in Sydney, then we went to India, to
yeah,
Bhubaneswar, and I had the opportunity to play against Australia, China, India as well,
yeah,
Germany. Well,
mm,
I'm more used to because it's an European team, but not China, not Australia, not India.
mm,
So being able to play that kind of matches will contribute to the experience of the team.
yeah,
And as more experience we have, um, I think we will be able to grow more. So our first goal is to stay in the Pro League. So this June, next month,
yeah,
we will play against Argentina, against the Netherlands, against England, and against Belgium. And these four teams are really good, really strong, but also we are. So
yeah,
we will focus first on these teams, on this tournament, to be able to play it next year, and then we will think about the European.
yeah. As you mentioned that your team also faced India and your team beat India in the hockey. Tell us about the Indian hockey team, how compromised they are as a team. Facing them was tricky or something. Tell us that story.
Well, they are I think they are a really good team because they have um, two important things. That the first one is they are skilled, they are really really technique, they are really good with the stick, and then they are really physical girls. They can
That is something new I'm
an
getting heard.
yes, and I think an Indian girl can play the 60 minutes, maybe not 60, but they are able to maintain the intensity of the game till the end, and that's a really important thing in international hockey, but because um, nowadays a lot of teams are in the same level, so most games will be defined in the last 5 minutes. So if you are not able to reach that last minutes in a good shape, um, maybe you lose the match. So they are really good at this, at technical hockey, and then with the physical part.
Yeah,
And
and we also
and
have some
what
legends in men's
I
hockey. Like,
appreciate more is the crowd.
yeah,
Say.
I was just telling you that we also have some legends in men's hockey like P.R. Suresh, Harmanpreet Singh, which beat
Mm,
Spain to get the bronze medal in Olympics. Do you remember that?
yes,
Were you watching that match
yes,
or
yes.
something?
Against Spain. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
You won against Spain in the
yeah,
third, fourth position. Yes, and you also have Savita in the goal of India.
That
She's really
that
good.
was a very heartbreaking moment for me when India lost that bronze medal match in 2020 Olympics. I personally felt that India achieved a lot as a women's hockey team. They reached the finals. They defeated Australia in the quarterfinals that year, and it was a miracle for me. I also tweeted on the X platform that India can't beat Australia. and then they beat them and they reached the finals. And it was a heartbreak for me, not just because they lost the final, but it's like it was a moment that came in their journey which can't come easily in the next year. They failed to qualify for the next Olympics, but that was a moment which was a big heartbreak for me. But men's team compromised that and won that bronze medal that year.
Yeah, and what you are really lucky because hockey in India is one of the main sports.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of funds, a lot
Hmm.
of sponsors, and Indian players can live from hockey. So they can dedicate most part of the day to train and to rest, to eat well. So that's an
That's a
advantage
yeah.
against us, for example, because we cannot live from hockey. Here, hockey is a not really played sports. Not.
Okay. So do
mm,
hockey players need to do some other work or something to live up their expectations? Do you do
yes,
all do you also work something like
yes,
that? Tell us
yes.
about it.
Here in my team, in the national team,
Yeah.
I think every single player has a degree, a university degree, or is studying. For me, in my case, I'm studying. I'm still studying, but we have been told to have a plan B because we
Okay.
won't live from hockey. If you don't go abroad and play in other leagues, you will not be able to live from that. So every single player has a plan B, and most of them has a university degree. And if not, they are working and they try to combine work with hockey. So we always have a plan B because
Yeah.
we won't get rich from hockey.
Actually, the situation in India is also getting improved. Before 2020 Olympics, the craze of hockey was going down. But once Indian men's team won that bronze medal against Great Britain, I guess, in 2020 Olympics, and then we again won that bronze medal in 2024 Olympics. The craze of hockey went higher after that. And again, we started an FIH Pro League, which we used to have that a local tournament in which other players from other nations came to play, and that craze of hockey is getting better and better in India right now. But before some years, it was something
Yeah,
like that.
the
Also,
hockey
Indian
Indian
hockey
league.
players don't get, yeah, Hockey India League. So before that, also Indian players
Yeah,
need to have a
yeah,
plan B. But I guess situation is getting better.
yeah. I agree with you. You have
Yeah,
the hockey Indian league that
yeah.
most players want to play. Maybe
Mm.
next year I can
Yeah,
play it, or
yeah.
in some
Would love,
years.
yeah, would
But
love to see that.
yeah, but I think, and one thing that Indian Federation has to think about
Yeah,
is, and maybe I get in trouble. I don't know, but um, they have to equalize more or less how much they pay to their
oh,
male players and how much
yeah,
they play to the female players. Because I think I talk about we. I will say you that the best players in the male league it was um, Harmanpreet,
yeah.
no?
Tarun,
I think he cost like 75,000 lakhs, and then you have Gibi Jansen, the best player in the moment in females hockey, and she was paid 35,000 lakhs. So
yeah,
that's
that is something need to be worked
practical.
on,
Like,
and in India we are getting improved in that field. BCCI, the Board of Cricket Control Board of India, cricket is the most popular sport in India, and they have started this trend that main player and women player will be received an equal salary for international matches. we can't do the same for the league matches because that depends on the franchisee and the amount of money that league generates. But BCCI has just started doing that in the international matches, and we also hope that Indian Hockey Federation also do the same, and that will bring both players, male and female, irrespective of the gender, on the same table. But I have also seen that women's sports are gaining more visibility now. What changes have you seen in Spain, and what still needs to improve?
I agree with you. As the years go by, female sports is more visibilized,
Yeah,
and we have shown that if you give us the resources, we produce and we can make the audience get involved with us. And that Football Club Barcelona female team has shown
yeah,
that with the Champions League and playing in the same stadium as the boys.
yeah,
And 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 I think it has been a really good improvement, but it has to continue. It's not fair that you give us resources 1 year, then the next year you close like the door. It's not fair that you have to give us time as well. Yes, it's not from morning to night. It's something that will need time. A lot of companies and a lot of sponsors have shown their interest in female sports and female athletes, but they are not like a big part. So it's still in increasement, but I hope someday we reach maybe not an equal visibilized, because it also plays a really important role. Which sport do you play? Because it's
yeah,
not the same playing football here in Spain than playing hockey. Maybe in India it's better to play hockey than to play football. So we have like here two fights: the fight
yeah,
from female and male sports, and then which sport do you practice.
yeah,
So I think
definitely.
one day those fights will be done, and we will have equal salaries. We'll have the same time in television, and media will not only talk about football,
Yeah,
and we will talk more about other sports. That's what I hope that happens in some
definitely. I
years.
also hope for the same. And we are short on time, and moving forward, I would like to have a short rapid fire round with you. And first question, it would be like your favorite football club. And I hope I have that answer, but I want to hear it from you. Your favorite football club.
Ah, well, I don't see a lot of football, but I'm
Okay.
from Barca.
Yeah, I expected that answer, but let
But
me make
I
it
have to say
interesting for
that,
you. Yeah, except Barcelona, your favorite
okay,
football club.
except Barcelona, I have to say that I like to see more female football. So I
Okay.
like a lot Barca teams female football,
Mm,
but I like also Chelsea from female.
Chelsea.
I
Yeah. Oh,
think that, yeah, Chelsea,
if
Manchester City, and then you have also Wolfsburg in Germany,
yeah,
and then from men's, I don't know what to say.
Real
Now I
Madrid.
love Barca again.
What about Real Madrid?
They lost yesterday,
Yeah,
but some days you win, some days you lose.
yeah,
But I have to say, I really like it how played Girona last year, and I don't know. I know teams, but I don't know how they play because I don't see them. So what my brother could answer that question because he sees a lot of football and he's a lot interested on that. Not me.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no issues. If not being an hockey player, which profession would you choose?
Um, Not hockey,
Yeah.
but I will be an athlete too. Also an athlete. I don't care which sport. I would like to try some handball. Um, in when I was little, I tried and I practiced football. I practiced paddle. I practiced BMX, like the bikes.
Yeah.
Um, I also did athleticism. I also did. I also swam, and I did a lot of things. So nowadays I'm curious about handball and about rugby because rugby is getting a lot of famous now,
Hmm.
and I think that's a really interesting sports, and they always talk about values,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I would like to try it. But if I wasn't a hockey player, I will be any kind of other player in any sport because I enjoy a lot practicing and training.
Okay. Favorite defending partner? Like you need to defend a goal against Australian women's team in the last 30 seconds. Whom would you choose to be next standing to you?
The next goalkeeper or the next
No,
defending?
the next defending partner in the defense, whom
In the
you can
defense,
rely on.
I would say Coti Tevez.
Okay. Any particular reason for that?
Um, because I think she's getting an important role in our defense, and
Yeah.
she is learning from Chantal Ginet, a really experienced team player in our team, and I think she can rely on because she can lead the team through the defense,
Okay.
and
One
she's
thing.
my post player in the short corners,
Okay.
and I
Yeah.
trust
That
a
is a
lot on
that is a very hard
she.
position. I guess you need to keep
Yeah,
that
and I
position
trust a
being
lot.
safe. Yeah. Your favorite.
She will
One thing
save
that.
me a lot.
Okay. Sorry. Last. One thing. That is always in your kit bag.
One thing, sorry,
One thing that
it's
is
always in
always
my
in your
bag.
kit bag. Yeah. Your kit bag.
In in my bag,
In your.
I always
Yeah.
have another pair of straps for
Okay.
the foots, because you never know when they will break. So I always have that, and also tape, like for the helmet, for the sun, and to try to solve any problem I have with my staff. You always
Yeah.
like put a lot of tape, and that's done.
Okay. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for your time. It was pleasant talking to you. Got to know more about Spain hockey team and also more about women's hockey team, the sacrifices they are
Thank you.
making, the efforts they are doing, and also what needs to be improved. Thanks a lot for your time. It was pleasant talking to you. And at last,
Thank
a
you.
message for your fans in the end, please.
What? Sorry.
A message for the fans. Message for your fans.
For the fans. See hockey, see female hockey, support it because we can do great things, and I hope to see you again in India someday.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot for your time. It was pleasant talking to you, and we would like to connect more in the coming future. Thank.
Thank you. Bye bye.